More about everything that happened is security consultant and former FBI agent Ross Rice.
Ross, thanks for joining us. This is incredibly frightening to even think about. As we heard, the prime suspect apparently said and admitted to authorities that he wanted to kill himself and a large number of people. Even though his plan was foiled, why do you think the concerts got canceled anyway? Because a lot of people are questioning that part.
Well, we don't know all the details of the plot yet, Sylvia, and Austrian authorities have been fairly transparent, but this is a matter that's still under investigation. And the question is, were they aided or abetted by anyone else? Were there other people involved? That could very well be the case. And I guess the decision was made out of an abundance of caution not to jeopardize the safety of concertgoers.
Like you said, there's still a lot we don't know about the investigation. Details haven't been released quite yet. But how do you think it's possible these criminals were caught?
Well, the initial reports that we've seen is that the existence of this plot, or at least the fact that one of the plotters had been radicalized online, was developed by U.S. intelligence. And they forwarded that information on to Austrian authorities, who did a follow-up investigation and uncovered this plot. So it shows how important it is to have good working relationships with law enforcement partners, not only throughout the country, but throughout the world.
So Taylor Swift herself has admitted in the past that she lives in fear that something like this could possibly happen at one of her concerts. So it makes you ask, how safe are these massive concert venues, public venues for that matter, and what does security need to do to make sure something like this cannot happen? Can they actually stop these things all the time?
Well, the venues are secure, Sylvia. I've been to some concerts recently, and you have to go through metal detectors, and the screening is quite intense. What the issue is, and the shortfall, and that's what was happening in the case in Vienna, is the attackers were planning to detonate an explosive device and attack concert goers outside the venue as they were entering or leaving. And that's the exact same thing that happened in Manchester, England, during an Ariana Grande concert in 2017, I believe. The attacker waited outside, planted explosive devices beyond the security perimeter, and when a large crowd of people were entering or exiting, that's when the attack took place. So you have the question of how far out do you make your security zone? And eventually you get to the point where you can't be safe anymore. There's no security.
Yeah, and 22 people were killed in that attack in England at that Ariana Grande concert. A lot of them who survived said they were triggered by hearing all of these details in this foiled terror plot. I got to ask you, though, what advice do you have for people who are going to these concerts and shows? Because there was concern not just for the people who were going to be inside for the concert. There were fans who were just planning on being outside and just hearing the music from there.
Well, that's a great question, Terrence. Everyone has to make the decision, is it worth it? Now, how many concerts has Taylor Swift had on this current tour? Hundreds? And there haven't been any incidents. So this is a one-off. But you always run that risk. Whenever you go to a large public event, you run the risk in this day and age, and it's very unfortunate that I'm saying this, of being involved in some sort of terrorist attack. ISIS is alive and well. They're using the internet to radicalize followers and to get people to do things that normally they wouldn't do. And it's almost impossible for law enforcement and intelligence agencies to detect each and every plot before they take place.
Absolutely. Well, thank God this one did not happen. Tragedy averted,
Absolutely.
No doubt. Ross Rice, as always, we appreciate your perspective. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.